Hey everyone, Carmen here from Wise Media, and we're doing a bit of a different video today. I actually have a law firm's website pulled up that I chose randomly, and essentially I'll be going through it and tearing down everything from the sales copy to the marketing, the funnel, talking about what I think they did right, what I think they did wrong, where they can improve it, and then with the takeaways from all of this, you can apply it to your own law firm's website to increase the conversion rate, traffic, the amount of leads you generate, the visibility you have online, and so on. And so I did pull up this website completely randomly. It is a personal injury law firm out of, I believe, Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada, if I'm not mistaken. It looks like Mississauga, Ontario, actually. So this is the homepage, and just from top to bottom, I'm going to go through it, and I might also make it through some of their other pages. It looks like they have a really big website, though, so we might just cover some of the main ones. But nonetheless, so as soon as you land on the page, they have a nice, simple logo, contrast, passion behind every case. So what I like about the navigation is that it's really rich. You can see that there's pages for pretty much everything, and that's good from the user experience perspective. So if you have a lot of pages on your website, you want to make sure that they're in the navigation so people can find them easily. They're also categorized, which is good. But now something we do at Wise Media all the time is we rank law firms on the first page of Google for different keywords. And what I like instantly is I can tell that they're targeting different keywords on all these different pages, and that's probably why one of the reasons they have so many. So they can rank for, things like bike accident lawyer, car accident lawyer, serious injury claims, personal injuries, employment law. So they also talk about just all of their practice areas. Looks like they do immigration as well. So instantly, every possible way they could help you as a client, but they're also going to gain massive visibility on Google by having all those separate pages ranking individually. So they have their About Us. They also have their team. Okay, this is really big for social proof and building trust, is making sure that everyone on your team essentially has some kind of dedicated page for them where you explain their background, their information, their expertise, because people want to make sure they're working with people they can trust, a law firm, an attorney they can trust. So having the actual profiles is big for building that human connection, that trust, and showing off your background. So do you have a case? I'm not sure what page that would be. It might be some kind of form to fill out. So instantly, I'd probably clarify that. Recent results, you need some kind of social proof, case studies, FAQs is good, reviews is good. So social proof is really big. So if they have testimonials, case studies, you need to use that. And normally you want to have some kind of main call to action above the fold. So it looks like this one. Okay, so you couldn't click the other one. So that's bugged out. That's something they have to fix actually in the slider instantly. We've recovered over 150 million for our clients. So that's actually really good social proof and pretty good sales copy, but that button doesn't work, so it probably isn't going to do a whole lot. But I do like the free case evaluation there, and then get help now. I think that goes to the same thing. Perfect. So when people land on your website, there's got to be some kind of main call to action or button that takes them to, a case study page, a contact page, a way to get a free consultation, because you want the people landing on your website to get to the end of the funnel, the bottom of the funnel. So I do like that. Although normally sliders don't really convert too well. You're just kind of, mashing a bunch of different images and copy together. So granted, they have a lot of different practice areas. So I think the best thing they could do above the fold here is actually skip the slider, just have one image, kind of like the first one, and then essentially just have that call to action button that goes straight to the form. And then you can essentially say, hey, I need XYZ services. Otherwise, they'd have a dozen different sliders, and sliders often slow down a website as well. So, I don't recommend that. We never use them on our clients' websites. At Wise Media, we don't use it on our website itself, our personal websites, and other businesses. But yeah, I'd probably just have one kind of hero image, some good copy like they had, and then a button that takes them to that form. Then it has their practice areas. Once again, user experience. People land on the website, they know instantly, hey, they can help me with car accidents, slip and fall, all these things. And also, if you go to these pages, they're going to be ranking on Google. They probably have really good copy, I'm presuming, and they're built to convert. But one of the big things, once again, is just having all these separate pages for the practice areas, optimizing them for SEO, for specific keywords, and they rank on the first page of Google if you do it correctly. So I do like that. And it's just simple text. It's not in your face, not difficult to understand. Although it does look like they added some images here for some of these ones. I'm not sure if this is like their main practice areas and that's why they wanted to kind of emphasize them or something, but it is good to have some kind of media to break up blocks of text. And then, okay, you deserve honest answers and straight talk from a lawyer who will help you through a challenging time. So they don't really have the person's name on that testimonial, which is a little strange. If you're gonna do a testimonial, it's nice to have the person's face there, their name and their position. I'm presuming it's from probably the founder of the firm, but it would be nice to have the name and face there. And also stuff like this kind of information is probably better saved for an about page. Normally the home page are really focused on essentially explaining the benefit of working with you, hitting the pain point, talking about their practice areas, using relevant media. You can see like some of the people here, they're stressed out, which is going to resonate with the client and make them more likely to take action. You could have a small blurb, like I don't mind the testimonial, once again, if they had a name and a face, and perhaps if they just kind of had like one paragraph from the founder, that'd be pretty good. But otherwise, I'd really shorten this up and then just move a lot of that copy over to the about page, or maybe even just keep the bullet points here, because it's kind of like the main benefits, right? Over $150 million saved, we win your case, or it's free, COVID compliant. Yeah, I'd probably keep the bullet points, but a lot of this is too much content and copy, to be honest, for a homepage, or at least you'd have to break it apart and redesign it. I think just immediately the website definitely needs to be updated. It looks a little bit outdated, but nonetheless, I would probably move a lot of that information over to the about page and just keep the main benefits and value props, like free, no obligation consultation, right? That should probably be like a call to action button or its own little section, but nonetheless, looks like they have some local news. I'm not sure if that's just local news or if it's relevant to them. Ideally, if you're sharing content, it should probably be your own, because otherwise, if people click this, yeah, this is going to different websites. I would not have this, because you're going to be losing users probably to competition, and people are just going to be bouncing. Once again, like your website, you want people to stay on the website. You want to capture their information. You want them taking action, filling out forms, learning about what you do. So I would definitely remove that. Although I do love the review section here, I'd probably just have an entire section across here that's testimonials and reviews. Looks like they do have the separate page just for reviews, which is nice. And then they have a call to action for the blog. Any law firm and attorney should be blogging about their practice area, because those blogs rank on Google, get you traffic and leads. You can share them to your email list. You can share them on social media, but nonetheless, definitely some improvements we can make there. Free consultation, home and hospital visits, no recovery / no lawyers fee, on call 24/7. Yeah, I love that. Just all benefit driven. I would keep that. I would keep the form. Submit. Could probably optimize the form a bit more. Put the submit button down here. Otherwise, you have to move your mouse all the way over there, and it kind of feels awkward and unnatural. Watch our videos. Could probably even combine that maybe with the blog. Make its own section for, here's our content. Watch our videos. Watch our blog. Join our mailing list. Love this. You need to build an email list as a law firm or an attorney. You want to have that kind of private audience. You can tap anytime you want. Send them promotions, news, press releases, promote your services, ask questions, send out surveys, get reviews. And a lot of law firms don't do that. It's really as simple as adding a little form to your footer, like they're doing here, and you use something like MailChimp, Aweber. There's tons of different email marketing softwares out there, but you have to be building a mailing list. So I do like that. And then they have their different locations, which is nice if someone does need to physically visit them, but it also builds authority and credibility, because when someone comes to a website like this, or any business, and they see, oh, hey, they have a location in Mississauga, Toronto, Hamilton, it just adds a bigger feel to it. And obviously, if you're a bigger business and you have a lot of locations, then naturally, that probably means you're more successful and you're not getting there for no reason. And then the footer is pretty busy, to be honest. Looks like we have the logo. They have their Mississauga office. I think I would just skip having it repeating. I'd probably just keep the contact info, keep the social links, past results, a little legal disclaimer, that's fine. Sitemap. So what you could probably do is break up some of this, perhaps. Obviously, it just looks like a lot. The sitemap, I agree. You might be able to even remove some of the things in here. Just keep like the main pages, and then they can find everything in the main nav. Practice areas, they have so many, it's hard to say exactly what to do here. It just seems really busy. So I'd probably need to like space it out a little bit, find a way to reformat it, because it just seems like a lot of information right in your face. And then they also have live chat, I believe. I'm not sure. Okay, here we go. Yeah, live chat you can add, like if you're on WordPress with different plugins, you can install like in the click of a button. Some of them are free, some of them are paid. Some of them connect to WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, but what's nice is you can type in something and then you can actually automate it to just essentially go to like a contact form, a Calendly link to schedule a Zoom meeting. There's different ways to actually set up the automation and the funnel, or you can actually connect it to a live rep if you have somebody during office hours. That's actually available. So it's good they have that. But nonetheless, there's a lot of good things they're doing. I definitely would just update the website's design. There's definitely, I think, a lot of UI improvements, user experience improvements, sales copy, and different things they can do on the homepage. And I also forgot to mention that they have the social links up here and their phone number. I would probably just leave the social links in the footer because they already have them there. Yeah, I would just leave them there. I would skip that and I'd put the phone number and perhaps even, yeah, just a phone number. So that way, instead of visiting your socials, they can just call you. And obviously, if they're calling you, they're probably trying to get a consultation or learn more versus, checking out your Twitter. About us, so let's actually go check out one of their, we'll do personal injury lawyers. The hero image, yeah, it's relevant. Normally with the media on a website, any kind of ad, it's got to get an emotion out of the person, and also it's got to be relevant. So obviously if someone's looking up personal injury, they got hurt, so the ambulance and whatnot makes sense. You could even do maybe like a workplace or something, but you do want it to be relevant, but nonetheless, that's great. And they have the free claim evaluation, which allows people on the website to get into the firm's funnel. So you put in that information, name, email, phone, case type, and how we can help, and then their team can start calling you and emailing you in the back end to convert you. They also just know instantly if you're qualified and if they can help you, and then they'll follow up more. They have a video, 30-second video, love it. Having videos above the fold or on any kind of sales page, service page is great because it shows the face of the lawyer. You can explain kind of the value prop, what you do very quickly, right? Versus them having to read the entire page. So it's nice to add a video like that very high up on the page. So they help with all these. And once again, they have all those, dog bites, slip and fall, pedestrian accidents on separate pages they can rank for, but also, it's more information and content for the client to learn about. Damages occurring, let me help you make it right. Free consultation, nice. So you have that call to action at the bottom. So anytime you have a service page like this, it has to be leading to some kind of CTA. So get a free consultation, call us today. Once again, you want to move the user as quickly as you can towards them taking some kind of action. And it looks like they have the social proof icon here, no fee promise. So that's a nice guarantee that we call that in marketing, copywriting, and advertising. Some kind of guarantee. So you literally can't lose by contacting this firm. They have a free consultation, no fee promise, so you literally can't lose. And it looks like they have the same form and banner, I'm presuming, on every page, which is good. We do that a lot for the websites we design, where the footer and the sidebar will be pretty similar on most pages, and it just pretty much drives action and traffic to some kind of form, learning about services. So I'd have to go through all of it. I think you could probably have a bit more copy. It's a pretty short page, but it's hitting the pain points. It's talking about all the areas they service, Mississauga, Hamilton. Our lawyers are experienced in handling these types of claims. So just at a quick glance, you have the social proof as well. Watch our videos. I think the sidebar I would probably clean up. Obviously, you can see tons of stuff here. So what I would do in the sidebar is actually probably have another form or call to action. I would keep maybe the social proof. I like the review there. I would scrap the videos. There's really no need for someone on a personal injury landing page to watch the videos unless there's, it's somehow aligning with the funnel and I just don't know in the back end, but otherwise I'd remove that. I'd keep the social proof, and then I would probably clean up a lot of this, make it look a little bit nicer just because it's a lot in your face, but I think they're doing a lot of things right. But let's actually move over. I want to see what this page is. Do you have a case? We're here to help. No obligation, free no obligation consultation. It's great, got that benefit. I have a case, how much is it worth? And then of course I have the call to action, call us right away or fill out the form. Same form at the bottom. So it's kind of interesting. I don't know if I would necessarily even have this page, to be honest, because it's pretty much like the contact page. I'd probably just merge the two, make it a little bit easier. And then recent results, really important as well. You need some kind of social proof. When someone's looking up a law firm, they want to see that people, won their case, they had a good experience, it was easy, it was pain-free. Once again, they have that form up top, love it. This just looks very bland and it doesn't really have much of a connection unless you read it. So if you see someone's face and name, instantly you can kind of connect to them if you were the law firm's client. You can relate more to them in the story. And it's also just nice to break up text with some kind of visual. And if you can get a video testimonial, those convert like crazy. So if you can have even just a couple of your clients sit down in front of a camera, even record it themselves on their phone or their own camera to explain their experience working with your firm, if they're okay with that, those are amazing to use on your website, social media, within ads if they're okay with it. But nonetheless, it's nice that they have some kind of case study page, but it could definitely be improved quite a bit. As I mentioned earlier, I think just the entire website can really use a more modern feel. It feels really outdated, but nonetheless, it's good they have that. It looks like they have the same sidebar on every page as well, which could probably be improved a little bit. Just keep the social proof, keep some links to your main practice areas, have a form in there. FAQs. So FAQs are nice because it allows them to overcome objections, to hit pain points, and just kind of educate the reader on why they need the services, why it's important to hire a firm like this, how can this be happening to me, explaining their practice areas, the benefits, the value prop, ending with the call to action. From a navigation perspective, I'd probably have a resources link up here, and then the FAQs and blog in the drop-down. But next, let's actually check out their blog, because every law firm needs some kind of blog, once again, to drive traffic and leads. And a lot of people, when they come to your website, they of course want to learn about different topics related to the help they need with whatever practice area that is. So blogging, of course, is one of the best ways to do that. Welcome to the blog. You can't even really see the bottom of that text. I'm not sure if it's just my screen and resolution, but of course, if that's happening on other websites, you got to fix that. I like that they kept the form here. Seems a little crowded though. Should probably add some space below that and in between the sidebar. So, when you're doing blogging, once again, it has to be very contextual to your practice areas, and you want people coming to the website that are highly qualified, right? So if you're blogging about random topics and things that don't really relate to what you're offering as a firm or a single attorney, then the traffic and the content is almost just a waste. So I see 10 tips for safe boating. I know that they probably have some kind of boating accidents, but even then it just isn't really that relevant. Like, you could talk more about how to hire a personal injury lawyer that helps with boating accidents, or you can answer FAQs and questions around boating accidents. I probably wouldn't publish an article like this. I wouldn't recommend it. We wouldn't have written it for one of our clients. But once again, you really want to focus on, something like injuries qualify for long-term disability. They have articles about new programs they're offering, child custody types. I was fired while on long-term disability. What now? So answering questions that their clients would actually have. They have a lot of good content. I can see on here, can your employer cut your pay? So there's good stuff on here, but instantly I can tell that some of their content could probably be tweaked. But the good thing about content marketing is that content is really never wasted. So for example, with that boating article here, you could actually just go back in, rewrite it, or hire someone like us to rewrite it and change it to 10 tips for hiring a boating accident lawyer or something like that. So even if you have a piece of content, it isn't ranking, it isn't converting, you can always go back and re-optimize it, target new keywords, and actually make it worth your while and drive some bottom line. But at least they have a blog. A lot of law firms don't have a blog. This looks like a 2021 article, so I'm presuming they're pretty active. You do want to be blogging at least a couple times a month. Obviously, the more the better. So overall, the website's actually really good. There's a lot of things they're doing right. I think there's some, lots of good local SEO. I think in terms of the sales copy, the funnel, the design, the user experience, navigation, there's definitely some things to improve upon. And I'll actually put a lot of the main takeaways in the description so you can read those and apply it to your own firms. And make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel. We're releasing new content on this YouTube channel about every week or more often. There's going to be a lot more content coming out to help you market your law firm and grow and generate more clients and leads. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.